beautiful people, and we are back. Feels like I've been doing this for like ever at this point, but don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I am back. I am. I promise. The little hiatus that I was on, it was important, it was necessary. But now we back like we have never left. But I'm super excited to be here. And if you don't know by now, we are here for the virtual launch of Employee to Empire. And we had amazing contributing authors as well as amazing, I don't like to say amazing, phenomenal, extraordinary business owners on this project as well. And I appreciate all that they contributed. I appreciate all that have been a part of this virtual launch, all that have supported, that have watched, that have tuned in, that have purchased a copy. I appreciate all of you. And if you have not gotten your copy yet, please go to employeetoempire.com and get your copy right now. Don't leave the episode. I'm just saying, don't leave this recorded. You know, you can just open another tab and buy like 10 of them. I'm just saying. But today I'm super, super excited because I have one of the most amazing, phenomenally extraordinary business owners that I've been have been in my life from this business journey for like, what, it's been like 5 years. Well, he's been in my life since I was like 15, but I'm just saying, you know, we've been on this business owner journey for the past 5 years, and maybe it feels like a little bit long. I feel like it's been about 20 years, Chad. I'm just saying, but that's just what comes when you are running your business, growing your business, scaling your business, bringing your business to the next level. And this is kind of part two, honestly, of us recording together. So I'm super excited to see where we are today versus when we originally recorded one of our lovely episodes. And so let's bring on our lovely, lovely, lovely business owner. Introduce yourself to the beautiful people. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, people? What's up, people? My name is Kelon Miller. I'm the head photographer at CE Photography, CEO of CEO Photography, and the head photographer of KDG Media, the media company with multiple photographers and videographers. We work together as a network to distribute ourselves to you guys for your events, portraits, and whatever you have. Thanks thanks Chanel for having on the show, and thanks for including me on your project. I really appreciate it. And yes, we've been working together for a while, and we've been growing together for a while, and I'm so happy to see where we are today from where we were, and I appreciate the journey with you.
Yeah, listen, StreamYard, I need to introduce, just let me be great. You know what I'm saying? Just let us be great. I was pressing add to stream for like seconds, and I didn't want to leave you hanging. I'm like, please, come on. But yes, we actually have been on this journey for a very long time. We've known each other since teeny bopper days, as I call it, and it's been unreal. But tell people how they can connect with you.
You can connect with me. I'm on social media. My social media, I'm at Instagram at KMills101. My wedding Instagram is ce.weddings on Instagram. Facebook is Kelon Miller, or Creative Elements Photography on Facebook. Or you can hit me on the email. I can, the email and stuff can be somewhere. So I'll put it somewhere so you guys can reach us, because it's a lot to read out. She got me. She got me.
It's gonna be in the comments. It's gonna be everywhere.
She got me.
And find you. It's all good. It's all good. But yes, I'm super excited to have you a part of this project. You were one of the first people that I thought about when I was creating this book. And honestly, the reason why I brought this book to life is because I'm very big on like mentoring and teaching people. And I understand, you know, as I feel like both of us have been on that journey where we're learning as we're growing, right? We're learning as we're going, right? And so it's like, if I can give a resource to someone that may have been in my shoes 5 years ago, or has an idea that is like, this is what I want to do, but I have no clue where to start or what to do. But this is why I created this project. And I got more things coming for you to learn as well. Don't worry, this is just step one. Okay, I'm just saying. But this is what birthed this project, because that was my journey. I went from being an employee and running my own operation and my own business today, and I walked away from my job as well. We're gonna get into that too. But what made you decide that you wanted to run your own business?
Well, before, I mean, seeing I was in construction for years. Literally, that was my first job, to be in construction. Being an immigrant from a different country, coming to the U.S. Without like the paperwork and stuff like that, it's easy to jump on the construction site. Of course, they're gonna hire you less pay, more work. You know, and being from the Caribbean, my work ethic was really, we work. That's what we do. That was built into us. So I worked my way up the ladder of the construction, from being the laborer to being the foreman after a couple of years. And I got really close to my boss, and he really entrusted, certain things with me, going to meetings for him and things like that. and I saw how he structured his business. But it came to a point where I don't want to wake up every morning and line someone else's pocket. But he gave me the tools which I needed to implement for my own business. And after COVID, I had to make a decision. It kind of made it hard for me to actually go to work because of the kids and how everything was structured after that. So I took upon it myself. I made an agreement to say, hey, I'm gonna, put my job to the side and actually start and concentrate on my business, because I actually had the business before I left the job. I used to juggle both, and that became stressful. But again, the work ethic was there, and I saw a goal, and I wanted to reach my goal. And putting one job to the side, I actually had enough time to spend and concentrate on my own business and concentrate on structuring it the way I wanted, and had more time to advertise and put more into myself to build what I had the vision for. And that actually gave me more time to do that.
Yes.
And actually spend time with my family, being able to watch my boys, pick them up from school, take them, spend more time with the wife and kids. And it actually changed my whole lifestyle completely. And, I wake up and I do the same work, the same hustle, but now it's for myself and
Right.
not someone else's.
Yes.
But I'm grateful for that job that I was working for someone else, because again, I say it gives me the tools, and it gives me the realization that I can do it for myself, and I use the things that was implemented in me to apply it to what I want to build. And and so far so good. So
So far, so good. You
so
doing
far
what?
so good.
I can say it. Like, so you said a bunch of different things that are really truly key, right? So one, you said you understood that the job that you had provided the tools for you to be able to do what you do within your company, within your business, right? And so a lot of times, and then you talked about being a parallelpreneur is what I call it, where you have your job and you running your own business as well. And then you talked about the actual option of saying, I'm gonna focus on my own business. I'm not gonna go back to work. So you said some major things that people don't, that sounds very like simplistic, but it really isn't,
No, it's
right?
not.
And
Like,
so
each of those steps were really hard to make, and each
absolutely.
of those steps had smaller steps in between,
Yes.
and actually
Yes.
took time. So it wasn't like an overnight
Mhm.
thing. So I
Yes.
was just trying to simplify it and to narrow it down. But all that
No,
took time.
absolutely.
The transition literally took maybe around 7 years
Hmm.
for complete transition.
Right. No, listen. First of all, so in the book Employees Empire, I talk about that. I talk about using your employer as your investor, right?
Mm,
Like, some people resent having to have to go to a job. And it's like, no, if you shift your mindset to say, okay, my job is my investor, it's giving me operating capital so that I can function within my business, right? It's giving me grant money, right? I mean,
hmm
technically working for it,
Of
but
course.
if you shift your mind in that way, then you won't resent where you are currently, right? You'll understand it's helping you to grow to where you want to go, right? And then also in making a decision of leaving your job, that is terrifying. Child, I did that too. It is terrifying, okay?
Hmm
Because it's like you're literally walking it. There's never a level of comfortability in having a job. You never know what's going to happen, right? But there is a level of comfortability in having a job, right?
Yeah,
No matter
there's.
what, work your 40, 60, 80 hours a week, whatever it is, right? You're going to get a check for that. And so when you're
Hmm
leaving, now you're kind of going on your own. You're walking into unknown territory. And that is terrifying within itself. Like, that's why some people stay in the same position for 35 years, because like, I'd rather be here because I know I'm safe in my mind,
hmm
right? So again, it's a mindset shift to say, you know what? I enjoy working for people. I enjoy what I do, but I know my passion is what I really truly want to really
hmm
focus on, and what I really want to build. And so that decision by itself is like, whoa, hold on, right? And so I commend you for that, because we had that conversation. So I used to have
Yep.
a show. Listen. Okay. When you are a business owner, you try things and it's like, all right, it's cool, but next, right? And so that's just how I function. I'm very big on, okay, does it continue to align to where I want to go? Is it aligned to the vision that I'm growing to? Is it aligned? 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 And if it's not, then I'm so great. I'm so big on letting it go, child. You even understand. Anything
hmm
that I gotta fight and bump my head and do it extra. No, life is simple. It's you just attract
Simple.
on. all the struggle, survival, extracurricular stuff that does not exist anymore for me. So if it does not align, it's a strong no for me, period.
Exactly.
Right. But I will
Mm-hmm.
say that everything that I've done, you said that as well, everything that I've done thus far has helped me to align to where I want to be and understand what I want to offer in the services and the business that I want to build. And so I'm very appreciative of everything that I have done and everything that I've tried and everything that I've been downloaded that God is like, try this. And I'm like, child, but I'm doing this. Hold on, wait a minute,
Mm-hmm.
right? But either way, so we did an episode and we talked about this journey, right? We talked about you're gonna see that. Don't worry, we're gonna premiere that. We're gonna premiere that. Oh, got something for you, right? But we talked about that. We talked about, where Kelon was, what he wanted to do, what he wanted to attain, what his goals were, what he saw for his business and the empire that he wanted to build. And I was just watching him for 2020 and 2021, and he was just making the things happen. Like, do you remember what we talked about?
I
Because I
remember every. You know why I can remember it,
yeah.
because I'm wearing one right now.
Uh-huh.
Um, I have on my screen, everything that we talked about. That was in the beginning. That's where the transition was. That's before I even left my job. That's we spoke about all that, and he was like, "Hey, do you see you two? We talked. We had a time period in mind. You said, hey, do you see yourself leaving?" And I'm here like, yeah, like leaving what? Leaving that check over there? Are you mad? But I'm like, yeah, I mean, it can happen, it may happen. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
but you
I
spoke
was
some,
like, I was like,
yeah,
that's so you leaving Q3 or Q4 2020? What we doing?
exactly,
What do you
exactly.
think just happened? Good.
Now, with that, there we spoke some stuff into existence,
Yes.
and right now is the existence, and it's still manifesting.
Yes.
And I appreciate that conversation. I appreciate your friendship, and you are a big part of the transition. With your knowledge of your business knowledge and just your friendship and the things that you knew I can feed off you. And that's the thing about having a business or having a mindset. You have to align yourself with persons with the same goal. You have to align yourself with people that has strengths that are your weaknesses. You have to align yourself with persons that wouldn't talk you down or wouldn't talk you out your vision, because it makes no sense. Like, if you're climbing a ladder, the next sprung of the ladder has to be at a higher level. You know what I'm saying? If that person is not at a higher level, then they're not needed on that ladder. You have to, and that's what it is. You cannot be by yourself. You never can do anything by yourself. I don't care who you are. I'm sorry.
Yes. So, like, you hit so many you hit so many things on the nose, right? In regards to making sure that you're aligned, you have the right people in your circle. Because listen, if you don't, they will burn your dream so fast that they're like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What? What do you mean?
Leave
What
your
do you
job?
mean?
You mad? You got 2 kids.
What do you mean? Right? It'll make you feel discouraged, right?
You gonna pay your insurance? Where you get insurance from?
What do you mean? What? You want to do what? What? How much money you make? You're mad.
Yeah.
All of the things, right? So you're absolutely right in making sure that you're aligning yourself to the right people. Also, you said in mentoring and understanding your need and finding the resource. In being a business owner, a lot of the times, like, you feel like you're by yourself, child. You're saying here, I feel like you feel me with this. You are your own team in your mind. You're like, you're like, okay, we got to do this. All right, I want to do this, but I don't know how to do that. You got to figure the things out. But also, when you also understanding that, taking the action to find the help and find the resources that you need as well, right? Like, child, I don't know, my brain just, that's a whole nother episode, child. But it's super important, because in being on this business owner journey, it can sometimes feel overwhelming. It can sometimes feel like nobody understands or nobody knows what you're going through. And so it's just really aligning yourself to the right people for a level of support, but then also finding the help and finding the resources to get you to where you want to be, right? So you were absolutely right in that. And then just the journey of being a business owner, it's like climbing a ladder, a mountain, the Great Wall of China, all them combined, right? And so having having the right having the right mindset, having the right people, having all of the necessary line to your vision, to your dream, to your purpose, it has got to go. I mean, not, you don't gotta like completely throw it off. Like, right? I said, now I have a ship. And my ship is going 150 miles an hour forward. It might be going faster. And if if you are not aligned to the ship, if you are on the bottom of the ship trying to poke holes into it, if you are trying to find some ways to get rid of the gas so it doesn't move any faster, if you are trying to find ways to chip the paint on the wall, child, I will throw you
Hmm.
overboard. And just understand there's no lifesaver, there's no raft, there's no helicopter, there's nothing that's going to be there to save you. And I'm gonna love you while you in. I'm gonna hug you and send you virtual love while you in the side of the ocean and love you from a distance. But unfortunately, you know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately,
This ain't
I'm not turning back for you. I might throw you a little lifeline. That's it. But the
listen,
ship's gonna keep moving.
exactly. And so you're absolutely right in making sure that you have the right people aligned to you, but also I say taking inventory of the people that you have too, because
Hmm.
we all change, we all grow, we all go through things, right? And so you have to take inventory of the people that are around you as well. Because sometimes you might have to demote, you might have to promote, you might have to fire, you might have to do all of those things because you are the CEO of your life as well as the CEO of your business too. So you said some
Hmm.
really, really great points. And so I appreciate that. So what would be one advice that you would give, one tip or advice that you would give to someone that wants to get into the photography business?
One tip.
Mhm.
Use like, I mean, it sounds cliche, but a lot of photographers when they start, they write about their gear and their lighting, and they just write about those type of things. But it's, I hear a quote that says, I don't remember the full quote, but it says the camera you have is the camera, whatever. Some the camera you have is you just use what you have. Basically,
Yeah.
use what you have,
Mhm.
and then build on top of it. And
Mhm.
the more you use it, the more you learn. Use it as at levels. If you know, if you build on your confidence level. So you
Mhm.
start, when you first start, you charge a little money. You know what I'm saying? Then you build, as your confidence build and your experience build, then you can charge more. You use that money to buy your equipment, and then your confidence will get a little higher. Then you'll actually charge a bit more since your confidence is high. Then you can make more money to invest in the equipment. And then as you do it, the more you do it, the more you're going to learn. The more you learn, the more your confidence will go up. The more your confidence improves, then your price will go up, and you can use that to invest back into your business. Um, so that's a tip for actually for do photographers, and actually go reach out and get help. You see, when I first started photography, I didn't have the, I don't know, maybe it was the times, or maybe I wasn't looking in the right place. But when I first started, a lot of photographers were really holding on to everything they have, the camera setting, the gear that they use. What's the best way to do this and the best way to do that? So they weren't like a big community of persons that they'll share about their photography. So when I started, that's where that was something big for me. When I started, I actually when I whatever I learned, I wasn't the best at it, but whatever I learned, the next person that asked me, they knew what I learned, and that's how we share, and that's how I built, and that's how people gravitated to me. And those people are still around. Some jumped, some have to get kicked off the ship, some left the ship, but the ship kept moving, and the persons that stayed on the ship, they're still here with me, and we're still rocking out. We have a team that's still building, still growing. Um and the best thing about that is now we have a team that we can distribute the same knowledge that we have. So whatever I know, they know. Whatever they know, I know. What client where I can cover, they can cover, and we just keep that ecosystem of clients within our circle, so the clients wouldn't go outside the circle. So no matter
Mhm.
what, if I'm not available, I have the next person. If they're not available, they have the next person. So we're keeping our clients within the same circle, and that's how you build a network. So me being sharing with my knowledge of where I was and where I am, and pushing that knowledge into other people, they say, hey, this guy, man, this guy, he actually telling me he's telling me, he's not hiding anything from me. So I'm gonna stick with this guy. I'm gonna stick with this guy, and that actually helped me to actually grow the business. And
Yes.
so it always helps in the long run,
Yes.
just being generous with your knowledge. So it
Listen.
helps.
Again, I'm just saying. So you said some great things, right? So you said pricing. Yesterday's price is not
Not
today's
today's
price.
price.
Okay.
No, of course. Of
And
course
then
not.
you said this, but I don't know if you realized what you said, but you touched on scarcity mindset, right? And when you have a scarcity mindset, you can never win. Like you'll make, I say needle point moves, but like long term trajectory, like hockey stick move, like the
Hmm.
graph where it goes straight up moves, is going to be impossible. So you have to have an abundant mindset, and that's why you've been able to grow so quickly. Because if you look at it from our interview in what 2020 to now you have KDG Media. We talked about you wanting to have workshops, right? And you were doing
Mm-hmm.
that, and you have photographers coming. I was on a model for like 1 or 2 of them, right? And then you and now you have your studio in Connecticut, right? And that's because, like you said, you're generous with your knowledge. And in order for you to really build an empire, you have to be able to duplicate yourself, because you're one person. There's no way that you can be like, okay, I can be here at the same time, unless you duplicate yourself. And that's what you did. And that's why you're able to be like, okay, I can do these shoots, but if I can't be here and I can't be here, I have Garen, who's from Just My Perspective, who's fire, right? I have Sean Ree, I have Kelon, I have all these different people that can show up as KDG Media, as creative elements, and really truly help you to move the needle forward in a major way, right? And so that's very big. But let's touch on that scarcity mindset. Let me tell you something. If you really want to go, if you really want to grow, you have to understand that there is abundance. And no matter what is for you will be for you. It does not
Mm-hmm.
matter why, what, who, where, whatever happens, no matter what. So when you understand that and you get rid of the scarcity, meaning, oh, nobody else can know, nobody else can have it because no, it's only for me. Like, think about it. Well, when I had my life coach, she said, think about it as an orphan. As an orphan, you think of this one toy and you don't want to give it to anybody because you don't know when you're going to get a toy again. You have no clue when your next opportunity is going to be. So you hold on to that toy for dear life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shift your understanding to say, hey, there's going to be a million toys that's going to come. There's going to be a million opportunities. No matter what I do, no matter what happens, things are always going to be worked out for me. That will literally shift your opportunities. I promise you that you're absolutely right in sharing knowledge and being generous in that way. Let me say something. First of all, let's talk about that. You could pick my brain, right? Like, I don't want
Listen, I've been picking your
certain
brain this
people,
all these years. I've been picking your
only
brain.
certain people,
Yo,
child, my D,
what you?
okay, right? But
But it comes to a point
I'm
where,
all for
yeah.
that. Listen, I'm never a person that will hold. That's never been me at ever. Like, I'm all about mentoring. I'm all about helping people to get to where they want to be. I understand what it is to have no clue. So trust and believe that, right? That's how I've had the level of success that I've had in my life, right? But then some people, they just play a little too much, right?
Yeah, it comes
So
to a
there's no
point.
scarcity
Yeah,
in that way,
of
right?
course.
There's no scarcity in that way, but it's a mindset thing, but it's also a value thing. You talked about pricing, right? So yesterday's price ain't today's price. I'm just saying, like,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's like you said, it's because you've done a lot to get to where you are, right? You've done a lot to build the business that you've built, and you've invested a lot, whether it's dollars, whether it's time, whether it's energy. And time and energy are non-refundable. I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so you've invested a lot. And so of course what you charged to do with photography in 2017 will not be what you are charging to do photography today. And what you're charging to do photography today more than likely would not be your price in 2023 either, right? And so you have to understand the value of what it is that you bring, the value of what it is that you offer, and also the level of service that you're providing to individuals. And understand that you need to make sure that you are compensated for your time,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like,
Time.
time is
I'm all about time these days.
listen, time, you do
Time.
not get, you can't get, time is not refundable. You cannot get
Mm-hmm.
your time back, you cannot get your energy back. But if you are paid in a nice way for your time, it feels so worth it. I'm
You're
just saying.
compensated, of course. Time is very important these days. That's my number one thing. When someone reach out to
Mhm,
me and they say,
mhm.
"Hey, I have a concept. Listen, I can work with your concept. I'm all for that. How long is it going to take me?
Yes,
How
yes,
long do you need? That's the
yes,
way I can give you a price. So
yes.
don't worry about the creativity. Don't worry about the props. Don't worry about all that. We can deal with that when we get there. But the
Hmm.
time, that's where the cost is going to come. That's where we have to um,
Absolutely,
put the cost on. It's-
absolutely. So tell us about how you built your empire and your conglomerate.
yeah. So building. Of course, you start with yourself. There's always a foundation yourself. You take whatever knowledge that you learn from your surroundings. You implement the good things, basically the strong parts of that, and you put it together. You listen. You have to put it on paper first. Before I did anything, you gotta be wise about it. I just didn't leave my job and say, hey, let me just go I mean, sometimes, I mean, you have to walk in faith sometimes, but also have to, excuse me, you also have to use wisdom. So put it on paper and say, hey, what do I need to do to survive? How much, in my case, how many shoots, how many events do I need a month to pay my bills, to cover my costs, to cover my bills and whatever else is extra. Um, Start with yourself, and after that, then you progress. To build something, you have to learn. You have to learn. You have to invest time in learning. You can't just say, "Hey, I'm gonna be a photographer and just take pictures, take pictures, take pictures." If you don't learn it, if you're the same photographer you were last year, then your business is not gonna, it's not gonna grow. If your pictures look the same as last year, if your videos look the same as last year, you're not gonna grow. If you're still hanging out with the same persons you were last year, you're probably not gonna grow. If they're not progressing, I mean, if everyone is progressing, that's fine. But if they're in the same place that they were last year, and you're still close knit, is something you gotta change that dynamic. Because if one person going up and one person staying the same, that's not a good dynamic. So something got to work out. You gotta say, yo, bro, or yo, sis, let's try this. You try that, and if they gotta take constructive criticism, and you gotta grow together. If not, then somebody gonna get left behind, and it's not gonna create a good relationship. Yeah, so that you gotta, so basically learn, experience, giving back. Experience meaning the more you do it, the better you're gonna get, and that's gonna bring the knowledge of it. It's gonna bring the experience of dealing with clients. It's gonna teach you how to listen. I've been through a lot, man. Like when people look at Instagram and they see it, and I'm like, yo, man, no, you left your job, you got your business, you got the studio in Connecticut. Dad, you're working with so many people. You got photographers, you got like 7 photographers, all y'all working together, y'all doing it, man. It There's nights. Yo, there's work goes into it. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of dealing with certain things, dealing with the things I had no knowledge of. I had to refer to Chanel. Yo, I got to get this business on paper. I don't know nothing about that. I know how to take pictures, but I got to get this on paper. There's the back work you got to do, the taxes. So building a business, it takes a lot of things, and it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of work. It's not just an overnight thing, and it takes dedication. It takes hard work. It's nothing that happens overnight. Even though if you win the lottery overnight, you got a lot of money, it still takes time and energy and work to maintain that money that you just won overnight. Because like that, it can disappear. So no matter what, it takes time. So building, it takes time. Learning, expanding. I expanded by passing out knowledge, and those who reciprocate and they bring they learn the knowledge, they keep it, and they're grateful for it, and they stuck with me. That's how I expanded to other persons. Building a network of people that can look out for you, and basically what I did, I try to have a network with I'm sorry, we don't say try. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
I can hear Wendy saying, "Yo, hey,
we don't say try.
Hey, we don't say try. We don't say try." By the way, Wendy, my man Wendy, the main event. He's the network. He's a network person that I work with.
He is a network king.
Yes,
okay, let's talk about him. First of all, like he could sell you anything, like literally, just in having one conversation. I'm just, like he like literally can sell you any and everything, and his charisma and he's like, yeah, come in and no, like you'll walk away and you'll be like, I got all of this. Like, wait, when did that happen? Like he is good at whatever it is that he does. He is good at it, for sure. And I was saying, you partnering with him definitely that relationship has definitely helped you to flourish and to expand and to grow. I feel like that was a definite a great partnership for 100% sure. And I just want to really touch on the things that you said. And you said development never ends, right? Like you said, you have to be in continual learning, continual growth, and I'm a firm believer in that as well. And you said if you are the same person that you were last year, that means that you ain't do much. Like, and it doesn't even and to be very honest, it's not even necessarily the monetary thing, because you can grow your business financially, right? But if you haven't grown from within yourself, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, then it's going to show in your finances, right? And so you're absolutely right. And continual growth and continual growth and continual understanding that you have to be on a forever developing path. So that was major that you said. And then you said in regards to building a network, having the right people around, right? And making sure that you are connected to individuals that are taking but also giving back, right? And that's super important because a lot of times in the world you're around people that are just takers, take, and then never give back. And so that's very important to make sure that you have, again, having the right people that are aligned to you. And sometimes life happens, things happen, and people are going through different things. And another thing you said, we're going to get into that. People are going through different things that you don't necessarily know about. And so if you see somebody struggling, if you see somebody having a hard time, and they've been dedicated and they've shown that that this is what they want, then having that touch base, saying, okay, well, how can we work together to get you to where you want to be? But what we're not going to do, people, is drag the horse to the water. Okay, I'm not drowning you in the water. I'm gonna tell you where the water is, and I'm gonna leave it to you to say, okay, yes, I want to drink it. We're no longer pulling, we're no longer begging, we're no longer dragging. No, 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 no. You show me that that's what you want, then I will be more than happy to help you to get you to where you want to be. And if not, then again, we're gonna love you. We're gonna love you from a distance. We're gonna love you from a distance.
You know
And
that
then you
Kevin Hart
also
stand up,
said,
right? One second. You know that
go
Kevin
ahead,
Hart stand
go
up.
ahead, go
He
ahead.
said, hey, he was like, oh yeah, where you going? He said, I don't know yet. He said, who going with you? I don't even know. You gonna eat? I don't know. Maybe. That's basically how I market myself. Yo, this is what I'm trying to. This is what I'm doing. That's where I'm going. I don't know what's gonna happen over there. But if you come in, come. If not,
Cool.
there's a couple people that already missed the train already, and
Right.
See.
But you can't. I will tell you, within my career, right? And you mentioned this earlier, that your career helped you substantially in your business, right? Like when so Kelon was talking about planning and getting your ducks in a row, and you're leaving and calculating what you need to make. I ain't do that. I was like,
Deuces.
listen, child, I felt like I was like, it's either me or the job. And I have sacrificed a lot of myself for a lot of people, a lot of positions, a lot of things. And so when I made the decision to walk away from my job, it was again, another episode, right? But I'm saying that to say my career helped me substantially in being able to manage my business, manage a team, finding the right people, hiring the right people, connecting to the right people, finding like I self-taught myself majority of my career. And then I found mentors that could help me, right? But again, they didn't have to force me. I was like, this is what I want to learn. You know it. Okay, tell me what I need to learn. But then I gave it back. So once they taught me with certain things, then I started taking on those responsibilities, because now I want to become an expert in those things. So when I want the promotion, I ain't got to do it's not a lot of learning curve. I already know, right? So you're absolutely right in regards to understanding that your development never changes, your development never stops, but also that what your journey along the way is aligning you to where you are supposed to be, as long as you're listening, and as long as you're doing your intentional action, right? And understanding what you want and being dedicated to that vision. And then you said, talking about sacrifices, like people have no clue.
We have no clue, man.
Here's the
It's a
sweat,
lot.
the stress.
Time, the late
Yeah,
nights, early mornings,
yeah, keep going. They
the
don't.
peers,
The
the
struggles,
clients that you
the
have to deal with.
the clients, the headaches, then you got to manage the family, then you got to manage
Mm-hmm.
yourself, then you got to manage like there's so many things that people just have no clue. Like people see me and they just see me on a laptop and think, oh, like my daughter thinks I'm just sitting on my phone. I can work from my phone. I need a whole nother phone at this point, right? Like I just need a separate phone for business, because I to kind of like create boundaries to myself, right? But like I'm on my phone, but you can do everything on your phone: manage clients, book
Mm-hmm.
clients, social media, like all of that. And it seems like I'm doing nothing, but you have, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
you are
I
absolutely
get
right.
you, and you have to learn to do that. There's nothing you just pick up overnight and just say, I'm gonna manage everything from a phone. I mean, we're actually blessed to have these tools, but
Yeah.
we have to take the initiative to learn it.
Mhm.
Learn the things, because there's a lot of ways of doing things, but there's always an easier way. And if you don't know it, then how are you gonna know that it's easier for you? So you have to align
Absolutely.
yourself with that too. You have to
Absolutely.
constantly learn and watch out for things. Keeping up with technology,
Yes.
keeping up with the
Absolutely.
times. Don't
Absolutely.
sit back like grandma. Like, I'm gonna mail. My grandma still mails her bills. I'm like, grandma, just give me the money. I'll just pay it from the app. She's like, oh, the
Yeah,
billion
hold
this
on.
shit. I'm like, it's like what? Yeah, just don't write no check and put it in the mail. Get lost in the mail. She's like, I don't want to put it in that mailbox because I don't trust down there. I'm like, just pay it through the app.
Right, like right. And so you're absolutely right in growing with the times, like and understanding that, listen, there's learning curves in any and everything that you want to do. If I decided that I wanted to be a professional skydiver, I would have to do some learning. I would have there's gonna be a learning curve no matter what. And even as the CEO of a company, there's always gonna be room for you to grow. There's always gonna be things that you need to learn because things are just changing, things are shifting in 2.5 seconds, right? And so you're absolutely right. He's dropping a ton of y'all gems. I'm just saying, and I'm just coming back, and he's throwing up the what is it? I don't know basketball. What are you throwing up the
The
alley
alley oop,
and I'm
throwing up
dunking
the
it.
alley oop, throwing the alley oop. You got that.
You know what I'm saying? But no, but I that you're absolutely right in everything that you're saying, and it's very, very true. And in being a business owner, and it's not just the glitz and the glams and the social media and the pictures and the content. There's a lot that goes behind what you see, and a lot of people don't understand that. And that can kind of be frustrating too, because they kind of minimize your work and
Yeah,
minimize what you're doing. It's like, oh,
y'all don't see this. Y'all don't see. I want to set up a camera right here.
behind the scenes, right?
Right,
Like,
yeah, let's kind of set up a camera right over my desk right here and just see me crying every night, falling asleep on people's work. Then the client, I'm falling asleep on her work. The next client is calling me. I mean, I took your pictures yesterday. Like, calm down, woman.
it's like they don't understand the process, right? They don't understand the nitty gritty that goes on behind the scenes, and it's like at the end of the day, it's not their responsibility to even care,
Nah.
right?
Mhm.
But we talked about that briefly about creating boundaries. So you kind of have to set the stage of what it is what set the expectations of you from the client, but also your expectations to the client as well, because
Mhm.
child, they think once they hit pay and you get that little deposit that they own you. Hold on now. Like, let's calm down. You did not pay your $1 million. Like, please. Like, I want to provide an exceptional level of service. But what we not going to do, as what I know is that it says CEO Chanel
No.
Spencer. It does not say CEO whoever your name is. So, like, let's be very clear. So, how have you created boundaries, and what also keeps you encouraged to keep going? Because trust me, go ahead.
Boundaries has to be set in the beginning, the initial conversations. I've learned over time, if you don't discuss everything and set everything and tell them what they're going to get in the beginning, that can create a hell. It could create hell, and that's not a place where you want to be as a business owner. In which where you then say anything, and then the client say, "But you didn't say that," and it's down the line. They already paid you whatever they paid you, and now they're asking for things that you didn't
Include.
include for that service, but now it's your fault. You got to bite the bullet because you didn't set that boundaries in the beginning. So your initial conversation has to be very, very detailed. So that's big. That's big. That'll save you a lot of headache, and that's why I received most of my headache from, because I didn't implement a lot of things. Like when I first started out, I didn't implement deposits. Like, hey, I was just excited I got booked. Like, hey, what? January
What?
3rd? I got you.
Okay.
I
Anything
got
you
you.
want.
I got you. What? 4 hours? I got you. All right, I'm gonna put the date in. Boom. All right, I'll talk to you later. And then the next person will come. Oh, January 4th? Nah, I got somebody else. I can't take you. I'm sorry. I'm booked. Goodbye. Peace. And then January 5th, hey Kelon, I'm gonna have to cancel because and now I lost out on 2 jobs. So all that took learning. But if you align yourself with someone that's already been through that, then you don't have to go through that. So that's the thing about it too. So always align yourself with persons a little bit ahead of you, so you can get the little knowledge that's trickling down.
Absolutely.
Um,
Listen, contracts.
oh,
Okay, like listen, like oh,
contracts.
contracts. Like 'cause you are absolutely right. People play all day. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
think about it. When you used to go to the thing and they to like the little fast food restaurants and they had the little sodas and you could like refill. You just come in with your own little bottle, a little cup. Like Listen, it's the same concept. Okay, people
Hmm.
play all day. Listen, I love every single one of you. I love everybody in the world. This is no shade, but people play all day. So you got to second guess yourself. Like, wait, I
Yeah, they
know,
push you. They'll see how far they can
I
get.
didn't say that. Hold
They'll see, and I got to refer. Like, wait, hold on. Let me refer back to the comments. Hold on. That's why I put everything in writing, please. Please put everything in writing. Do not make any verbal agreements, anything, please, because I've been there. We made a verbal agreement, and I'm like, I said two. Did I say 3 hours? Yeah, you told me 3 hours. And it's the day before. I'm like, I did tell 3 hours. Man, what should I charge him with the 3 hours? So put everything in writing. Listen, if you speak to them on the phone, hey, so yeah, so you're gonna write down everything that we spoke about, and I'll send it to you in an
Send you an
email. And
email.
yeah, yeah,
Listen,
you
there
have
are
to. And
tools, okay?
mm-hmm,
There are
mm-hmm,
tools. Listen, I love to go on Zoom or whatever and I will record that whole conversation and I'll go back and I'll replay it and then I will send the email or I'll go into the contract and say there's sometimes where you might be kind and you might do something that might be outside of the box, but then I will go back to the contract and I will update it so they understand that this was not originally included,
mm-hmm,
right? But I'm as a courtesy, I'm doing that, right? So you're
mm-hmm,
absolutely right in creating boundaries for clients and other people, but also boundaries for yourself, right? Because it boundaries are definitely a reflection of you understanding your value as well as having self-worth. And so absolutely, I'm all about boundaries now. Before I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll work 18 hours, I'll do this, I'll do
I got you. I got you. Just call me
that. No.
anytime. Anytime.
I cannot. And then so what keeps you encouraged? Because I know, listen, when you're your own boss, right? And you have you can do whatever you want. You're just like, I'm just gonna sleep in today to like
I can sleep
11. I
in.
might scroll on Instagram for a couple hours, watch a couple of Netflix shows or whatever, and just chill and vibe out. Like you have to hold yourself accountable. You are accountable to yourself, right? So
Mhm.
how do you stay encouraged and what keeps you going?
Well, it's for myself. It's always a mind. It's a mind thing. Like encouragement
Mhm.
it start with self. So for
Mhm.
me, I like doing it. I like what I do. That's
Mhm.
encouragement. Like starting a business. Let's go back all the way to the beginning. To stay
Mhm.
encouraged, if you're
Mhm.
doing this for the money only, it has to be the passion first. If you're doing this
Mhm.
only for the money, then your business is not going. It could be progressing, but then it's not going to be fruitful for your emotion. It's not going to be fruitful for your stress level. If you like doing it, then listen. Every day I'm on vacation, basically in my mind, because I love what I do. Yeah, I might get some bumps and bruises along the way, but hey, I'm doing it because I like it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Yeah, I'm riding a bike. I fell. I hurt my knee, but I love riding bikes. So that's the mindset to be in. So that's
Mhm.
one. Um, of course, the financial part I have to provide. I have a family I have to provide for. That's motivation in itself. Um, when I look around, also another motivation is me seeing others progressing. That's motivation in itself. I don't look at it like, dang, they over there winning. Dang, son, I can't. Man, bro, dang. That motivates me. Like, yo, look what they doing, man. I could do that too, man. Like, and I even reach out. Look, yo, how you do that, man? How you getting that done? So it's not a you can't be that person where you're just mad at like, damn, just salty. Look at they doing over there. Just look at him over there winning. And just be grumpy. Nah, bro, yo, how you doing that? Yo,
No, but it's really people behind the scenes that really be like that when they
yeah,
see
bro,
they see their pictures and they salty.
they
Not my
salty. Like,
fault. I'm sorry.
yeah, like reach out if they do that, like yo, how you doing that, man? And you'll actually reach out to the person, like yo, get out of here,
Mhm.
bro. But that don't stop you, like yo, like
Mhm.
they doing it, I could do it too.
Yep.
Build yourself, don't duplicate. You don't got to duplicate what they do, but you're using that as motivation for
Motivation.
yourself.
Mhm.
So and that's what you got to do. I mean, motivation is everywhere. You just gotta. It starts with self. It
Mhm.
starts with self. If you're gonna be salty by seeing somebody winning, that's gonna limit your potential. And another thing,
Mhm.
like, yo, what do you have to do to win like this? Like,
Right.
where do I start? How do I get this done? How do I get this done? And that's
Absolutely.
motivation right there.
Absolutely. Listen, you are absolutely right. The first thing you said was it is a mind thing. It is a mindset thing. You have to be the one, nobody else. You can use other people as a form of motivation, but you have to have self motivation to want the things that you want and be dedicated to whatever your goals are, whatever your dreams are, whatever your purpose is, whatever empire you want to be, whatever it is that you want to do, you have to be the one that is motivated internally first. So you're absolutely right in regards to it being a mindset thing. And also I feel self-care is major too, because as we're working and as we're business owners, we are like, yeah, like sometimes your
Yeah.
brain just be like, can you just stop? Like you just have a seat, right? And if you're intentional about it, then your body be like, okay, we're gonna do it for you, right? Like,
Hmm.
okay, we're gonna make you have a seat. And so you're absolutely right in having and understanding that the money part is great, but it's that cannot be the number one driver. It has to be that you enjoy it. It has to be that it's your passion, because the money will come as long as you're dedicated and you're intentional on working towards your goals no matter what. And then you said family, absolutely, Chet. Like, you got things to do. You still got a life to
Hmm.
live, right? So that's
Still gotta buy
definitely
them
part of
Robux.
it. You know what I'm
Still
saying?
gotta buy them Robux.
And they always want something. They always growing. Hold on, let me voice these niggas. How do they
I
not
want,
get you
yeah.
already? Like, chill,
Like, bro,
right?
like
So,
just
so
watch niggas last week.
responsibilities definitely will keep you motivated as well. And so we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Because listen, I, I like creative elements. I like creative elements too. That's one of my favorite things, branding and stuff, right? So we're gonna get into this quick video and enjoy. Hello, beautiful people. Look, me and me and Colin can go on for hours, child. I just know we can, right? But I hope you enjoyed that trailer and understand why we are here. We are talking about going from employee to building our own empire. And we did this amazing book project that I'm super, super proud of. Actually, one of my projects that I'm most proud of. Okay, my first project that I'm most proud of is my Warriors Paradigm. But because that was like my first book baby from my publishing company. But Employees Empire was dear to my heart because that's the journey that I've been on. And I'm just so excited to be able to share knowledge and to then also bring these amazing, phenomenal, extraordinary individuals on the project as well, and talking about their different businesses and what they're doing and how they're moving and shaking in the world. And then also hoping that it will be motivation for those who are reading it, because you just never know who may pick up the book, right? And you never know. It might be a student, it might be a mom, it might be a dad, it might be a person that's in an employee right now and ready to start their own business as well. And you just never know. And so I wanted to have these amazing, extraordinary, phenomenal individuals on this project to show that whatever your dreams are, whatever it is that you want to attain, whatever your goals are, sometimes people tell you, oh yeah, you could do it, but you don't have those examples to show that you can actually bring your vision into fruition. And so that's why I wanted to have these phenomenal business owners that are in different realms: fashion designers, photographers, chefs, coaches in different spaces, business, mindset, soul, all that other good stuff. I wanted to bring those different individuals on so that you can see, like, oh, okay, I can do this too, right? Like when you saw Obama as being the first Black president, it's like, oh, I could be a president too, right? Like it allows you to see that whatever you are dreaming is possible. So I'm just gonna bring back, one of my favorite people. All right, all y'all my favorite people before, I know some people, some people can't handle it, but he's been in my life for forever. So say hello back to the beautiful people.
Yo, I'm back. I'm back.
So tell the people what's next for you. I'm gonna get to the stage.
All right, so what's next for me? I'm always looking for expansion, basically to expand the network and provide a one-stop shop for my clients. Basically, I want to partner. Actually, I am partnered with makeup artists, venues, um, more photographers, videographers, fashion designers. So basically, if you come to me for a service, say I need a photo shoot, you don't have to go anywhere else. You can provide makeup. You need a dress, you need pants, suits, whatever, your wardrobe. You need hair. If you want if you want a catered shoot, we can cater to that. We also have persons that sells wine. We have listen, it's a one-stop shop. Just ask, and we have the service, especially with the person that I'm partnered with. I'm also looking for things that will bring residual income, basically things that will generate money, and I don't have to pay too much attention to it. So residual income, you always want to have multiple streams of income. So I'm looking for those opportunities so I can jump on them and actually test it out and see what's going on and how to maneuver in that path right there. Just saying that I'm an ambassador for Popple. This is a virtual business card company. Basically, they sell a lot of NFC enabled devices that can transfer your information to your clients very easily by just tapping your phone on it. You tap your phone, it scans the bracelet, and then you'll send all your information, payment information, websites, any links that you want to include very easily. It has a dot. It has. I have mine on all the time. Quick, ready to go. Boop, and then it shows up on the person's phone instead of passing out a business card, looking through your bag. Where's my business cards? So yes, I'm partnered with them. I'm an ambassador for them. And if you want to purchase one and you use Kelon Miller as your checkout code, you get 20% off any of the items. So I'm always looking for things where I can progress and earn multiple streams of income. I'm also looking to expand, basically looking for a new place where we almost outgrowing our current spot in Norwalk, Connecticut. It's kind of feeling kind of
You
small
had
to
it
me.
for less than a year. How you outgrown it?
So it's getting kind of tight. It's getting tight because we're always building. So yeah, I'm just looking for another place so we can expand it. The second location, third location, um, and so we can get this popping. You know what I mean? And if you guys are anybody that's interested and really want to reach out, just you have the Chanel. We're gonna post my stuff. My Instagram is right here on the screen. Just reach out and let me know. Hey, I like what you're doing. How can I be a part of it? And let's work. Let's work.
I love it. First of all, they just got that studio like less than a year ago, and they talking about they outgrown it. That's the energy I'm talking about. Okay, like, all right, this was cool. What's next? That fire.
It's always
Okay,
what's next.
I'm just saying. I am just saying. So, do you have any last advice that you would love to give to the lovely audience before we head out?
Listen, knowledge is key. Always look for information. Keeping up with technology, keeping up with the times, and just keep on doing what you do. And when you do that, you'll gain experience. You'll gain the networking that you need. Just go out there. Just do it. Just do it, and it'll happen organically.
And first of all, we didn't even talk about the studio. How could we have this whole conversation
Oh
and not
Lord,
talk about
you're
the
talking about
studio? The studio
oh,
is fire, okay? Like it is. Like I had so much fun when I was there. It is fire. So go ahead, tell the people where the studio is, where they can find you, where to book you, like all of that good stuff. Mm-hmm.
All right. So the studio is located in Norwalk, Connecticut. It's about 40 to 35 minutes on the Bronx, depending on the traffic. Our studio is located in the small town of Norwalk in the North Norwalk. It's a studio in where it's a creative space. I don't like to call it a studio, but everything can be done. We have we have places where we have small setups. Any area that you turn in the room will be a different setup. So if you look this way, it can be a bathroom, bathtub. You turn the other way, it can be a nice rose wall. You turn the other way, it's a nice white textured contemporary wall. You turn the other. It's different setups for whatever you're looking for. We also have paper backdrop for your, for those who needs that for headshots, and plain something plain, nice. We play a lot with lighting. That's what we specialize in, lighting. Um, yeah, so if you want to book, the spaces also can be used for paint and sips. Just let me know. You can use it for small get-togethers, bridal showers, small baby showers. Not nothing too crazy. Just a small group. It can hold at least comfortably about maybe like 30 people, paint and sips and things like that. That's what we're more catering to. Sip and shoots, that's a new idea. Hey, bring your friends, have a little party. I'll be shooting in the corner. You can paint and sip and shoot and just say, yo, and just have fun. It's a really nice space, and I think you guys would enjoy it. Just hit me on Instagram or my email to book, or my number will be located somewhere. We'll get it in there somewhere, and so you guys can reach out to me and get everything that you need and see what I do and how we can provide a service for you.
Oh, excuse me, the creative space is fire. Okay, I absolutely love it. And he said you can turn into a studio. I mean, to a little rental place. Listen, child. Oh, did you have a birthday party there?
Yeah, I actually used it for my son's birthday party. We actually set up projectors in 2 rooms. It was a video game themed birthday party. We have projectors. We can project into 3-4 different rooms. We have about four monitors that you guys can use. There's a touchscreen monitor in the main room. You can, if you want to do meetings, you can actually use it to do presentations. And we have chairs, tables. We have a kitchenette. We have snacks. We have wine. We have some liquor there also for use for any small events that you may need.
He's not playing, okay? He is not playing. And first of all, what's that popple thing? And does it come in other colors? Because,
Yes, actually, the popple it's a digital business card. It comes in white, black, pink. There's also small tabs. I mean, this is not the popple, but they also have this brand also. You can just stick it on your phone. They also have a popple case, which is the entire case, and just tap it on the other person's phone, your client's phone. All your information will be passed off to them. All they have to do is click it. They don't need the app or anything. It goes straight to their browser, and then press connect with me, and then your contact would go into their phone book automatically. Their Instagram will be there, so you don't have to worry about, hey, did you follow me? Did you follow me? Everything is automatic. Of course, you'll let them know, hey, everything will be transferred into your contacts. It's going to be your Instagram, Facebook, and whatever you want to place there. It can be a link to your website. It can be linked to, if you have a YouTube, it can be linked to your YouTube. Link to your menus if you're a caterer, things like that. And it's just an easier way instead of looking around for your business cards. I keep on buying business cards all the time. It's already on hand. Hey, just put your wrist out or have your cell phone out. Hey, just tap the back of my phone, or have it on your desk in your office. Hey, just tap your phone right there before you leave the office. Have it on your front door, wherever. It's just all you got to do is just tap, and all the information will transfer into the person's phone.
That is fire. Because I felt attacked when he said, you got to find the business cards. Because I'm like, I swore I put a stack in my wallet. So that's great. I think that that's why I asked if you have other colors, because I love pink, as you see.
Yes, I'll get the link to you also. You can share it. Or you can just write Kelon Miller in the checkout on the coupon code checkout, and it's 20 to 25% off all of the items.
Guys, we're gonna put it in the description too, so you guys can get that discount. I'm just saying, for all my lovely business owners. But I'm super excited, and I appreciate you for being here, and I appreciate all that you do, and I love to see your growth. And don't go anywhere too fast, because you're about to see the premiere of the episode that we were talking about earlier, where it was like 2 years ago, where we were literally just like, I felt like we were like freshmen, right? Or like excited at all these things and like wanting to do this, and what is it going to look like when we get to senior year and all that and graduate. Is kind of the energy and the vibe of the episode, but it was definitely amazing. And I'm so proud of your growth and your continued growth. And it's not stopping here. Well, listen, the goal is to be millionaires. I just say, listen. Okay, but I appreciate you, and everything that you want is going to come into fruition. Every goal that you set, you are going to win, no matter what. And so I appreciate you, and I appreciate all that you do. And we're about to get up out of here and enjoy this trailer again. And if you haven't gotten the copy of Employee,
get that book.
Today. Okay. Today. All right. Well, I'm going to be back, but Kelon, we'll see you in a second. are back. I appreciate all of you who have contributed to this project. I appreciate all of you that have purchased a copy. I appreciate all of you that have tuned in. I appreciate all of you. I just appreciate everybody. Listen, in this world, the key to life and the key to success is gratitude. So I'm in gratitude for everything that I am, everything that you are, and all of the love and all of the support along this business owner journey. It means the world to me. So if you have not connected with me yet, go to Instagram, Shana Spencer Now, Facebook, Shana Spencer Now, website, Shana Spencer Now. And you can find my business as well through Shana Spencer Now. But I appreciate all of you. And until next time, make sure you stay tuned in because I'm about to premiere this amazing episode that I super, super, super absolutely love. It'll just show our growth from where we were 2 years ago to where we are today. And listen, don't stay tapped in because we're only getting started. It's the beginning of the year and we got 11 more months to go, 12, 10 more months to go, and we're gonna take over. I'm just saying. But until then, cheers to 7-figure months. Bye, beautiful people.